construction. It's not exactly what he tells you. He actually lies to people and tells them that he's a licensed marketing. In fact, he alludes to it right in his social media bio. Now, eventually, people start to reach out, and soon because they're seeing their videos advertised online. And these people, they're wanting things like new kitchen floors for their house or whatever. Once a potential customer shows interest, Chris and Raquel will offer them a low bid compared to their competitors. And Chris will promise to complete all the work in 4 to 6 months. And you get to move in knowing that you don't have to make any repairs. And people hear this deal and they're like, sounds good. Once they get into the contract and paperwork of it all, Raquel will let them know that they need a $10,000 deposit to get everything started. Then, of course, the client pays the money, and boom, the work officially starts. So far, everything is going well, and Chris and Raquel start attracting more and more clients. Then they start running into some problems. The main issue is that Chris really doesn't seem to have a good idea of what he's doing. After a homeowner hires his company to do a job, he'll then turn around and hire cheap subcontractors to actually do the work. And a lot of times, those subcontractors will do a terrible job. And on top of that, sometimes Chris just won't even pay the subcontractors. And because the subcontractors aren't getting paid, they'll just stop showing up. So homeowners will be paying all this money for things like new windows or new doors or whatever, and those new windows or doors will just never get installed because the workers never showed up. And of course, at some point, the clients start to realize, hey, this stuff I'm paying for isn't getting done. What's the deal? And Chris and Raquel will then come up with excuses like, this is a totally normal delay in construction, and this happens all the time with home remodeling. And the homeowners don't want the work to complete and stop.
Nobody knows you.
Making the payments. Of course, these payments are going right into Chris and Raquel's pocket. Now, at some point, some of these homeowners will get mad, inevitably. Once this happens, once a client starts getting frustrated, they try to hit up Chris and complain.
Oh,
Ghost them. They just won't pick up their calls. So now, a lot of
How
homeowners
rude.
are stuck with a half-finished house and a contractor who's no longer answering his phone. What a nightmare. And if you think it can't get worse than that,